What to do with bonus or windfall money. It happens frequently in life. You'll get a bonus, an inheritance. Maybe you got the stimulus check, but you were working throughout the entire pandemic, and so that was a bit of a bonus to you. Maybe you've gotten an insurance payout. We had a tree fall on a car that we had, paid for, and did some damage. We got a check out of that. Ended up totaling the car, buying back the car, and that car is still being used, but we got a little cash out of the deal. Maybe you got some prize money, won a drawing at work or something. Maybe you won at bingo. Maybe you played the lotto and it actually paid off for you, even though lotto is really just retirement for people that can't do math. Or maybe you got a tax refund. Now, it could be because, due to last year's bonus, or maybe you just haven't seen my video on why getting a huge tax refund is a bad thing. Or maybe you just like giving the government an interest-free loan. I don't know. That's a debate for another day. But part of what keeps people poor is, and living check to check, is not having a plan for their money in general, which by extension means that when a bonus comes around, they don't have a plan for that either. Okay? And you should. And so what do you do with it is the big question, right? All right, Mr. Smart Guy, if you're so smart, what do you do? Okay, well, I say carve it up. First of all, if you got some sort of bonus or windfall, you could tithe 10% on it or spread some of the good fortune around by donating to charity. That's what I like to do when those things happen. Give just a little bit back. And then you want to take 10% and you want to blow it. Now, you don't want to blow the whole thing. A lot of people, when they get a bonus or a windfall, they run right out, they go on vacation, they buy a gun, they buy a brand new TV, brand new game system, toys, boats. Oh my goodness, they find new and creative ways to waste that money and then end up right back in the same or worse shape that they were before the bonus came in. Especially, if they actually did go out and buy a boat. But I digress. So, 10% you should tithe. 10% you should celebrate a little bit. Have a little fun with. Go out and enjoy. But 10% or less. If you're going to get yourself something nice, make sure it's, 10% nice. And then beyond that, ladies and gentlemen, the rest you should use in order for your emergency fund, pay down your debt, and invest. Now, I say that. Why do I make that as a statement? Well, do you have 3 months worth of your after-tax income set aside in savings in one form or another? If not, then you don't have an adequate emergency fund, and that's what keeps you from becoming check to check. That's what keeps you from becoming poor and destitute. So you should sock enough money in there to at least bring it up to that 3-month threshold. If there's still some money left after the bonus, inheritance, whatever it was that you got, then pay down some of your daggone debts. A lot of people do that first, and that's doing things out of order. I realize getting rid of debt is important. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of debt, but emergency fund first, then debt. And by debt, I don't necessarily mean, I kind of exclude, actually, your home and your student loans. Why? Because most of the time, those are low-interest debts. Ooh, look, got a forge over here. That's very nice. Those are low-interest debts, and because they're low-interest debts, that means you don't have to be in as big a rush to pay them down. You could instead focus in other areas. What I do mean, though, is high-interest credit card debts, especially. Get rid of those. Okay, pay that down to 10%. I've done a video on that, on building credit and whatnot. If your credit is 850 already, well then fine, just pay off your debt completely. But if you're still in the process of trying to build your credit and trying to get to that excellent credit rating, then you want to pay down so that your debts are below 10% of your available credit. So if you've got a $2,000 credit card, you want to have your credit card balance below $200. Hopefully that makes enough sense. You guys are smart people, okay? That's why you're tuned into this channel already, okay? I'm just dropping knowledge, trying to help you out some. Got to figure out where I'm going. I want to travel up the road a little bit. Okay, lastly, my favorite thing to talk about. If you have your emergency fund set up, if you've got your debts paid down, well, then you, my friend, should make sure that you have fully funded your Roth and your spouse's Roth, your significant other, whatever, for the year. Current Roth limits is $6,000 if you're under age 50. If you're over age 50, then I believe the current limits are $7,000. And you could be socking that away for each of you. So if there's two of you, obviously that's $12,000 or $14,000. Again, you guys are smart. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But if you have taken care of your emergency fund, paid down your debts, got your Roths fully funded, then start socking that money away in other areas. Fund a traditional IRA. You should be setting aside 20% of your income to fully fund your retirement. That's what the experts say. And if you are getting a late start, well, then honestly, it's a little more than that. If you've already done those things, then start investing in some funds that will actually provide an income. I've talked before about passive income. There are ways of doing that. You can invest in an index fund and just have it pay out the dividends to you on a regular basis. Get 10, 15% rate of return on that or better, and have that going into your pocket and providing a passive income, which is going to in turn beef up your budget, which is going to mean that you've got more money to, put towards things that you really want to do. You could also invest in a business. I don't know if you guys are aware, but you can actually invest in a Chick-Fil-A franchise for as little as $10,000. Don't believe me? Look it up. There's a few catches and things that go along with that, but there are other options out there. You could easily invest in a car wash. You can invest in some vending machines. I don't know. Or you could go even bigger than that. You could start investing in houses and flipping them, things of that nature. Okay? But that's what I would do if I received a bonus or a windfall. And in fact, that is what we have done. So, guys, if you've got any questions about that, hit me with it. If you've got a better idea of what to do with your windfall funds, I'd love to know that. And so would everybody else. You could be helping not just yourself, not just me, but other people. Hit me with it in the comments below. Send it to me at fustianfinance@gmail.com.